Hello to all of you. It's Monday, which means it's the start of a new week. It's week two. Just a couple general housekeeping items. First, I just want to say thank you so much for getting off to a good start in this course. It looks like almost everyone was able to submit their assignments in, and the assignments actually worked. You wouldn't believe how difficult it can be to work with PDF files and to fill in the blanks on those PDFs and get them uploaded properly. A lot of times PDFs, even after you've typed into the boxes and uploaded them, many times they come to me blank, but I can say that not a single one of them, as far as I can tell so far, are blank. So great job, you guys. Thanks for getting your work in. There's still time. If you even though Central Christian College has a no late work policy, which you can read about in the course syllabus, I always say some points are better than no points. So get your work into me within a day or two and I'll grade it. Anything after 48 hours, though, I can't guarantee that I will award you points for that assignment. It just bogs me down, and I'm not able to stay on top of the course like I'm supposed to if I'm always grading late assignments too far into the week. So get those assignments to me ASAP. I'd be happy to grade them for you, even with even if it's a 10-point or a 10% reduction. Those points count. Those points matter, and it's better than 0 points for the assignment. You know what I mean? So if you have work to get to me, please do so. Also, I want to give a shout out to your classmate Oscar, who figured out how to convert the PDF files into Word documents, and so I'm going to post that as an announcement. I was not able to successfully convert a PDF file to a Word document because I think it's probably because I'm working on a MacBook Pro, and I just don't have that capability. But Oscar says he was able to do it, and I believe him, and his assignments came through. So I'm going to post how Oscar step by step was able to convert and save those PDF files as Word documents. So look for that announcement very soon. All right, this week we are moving right along into chapter 2. Week 2, chapter 2 is the reading for this week, along with Bible passages from Genesis 30 through the beginning of Exodus. So we're talking now about the story of Joseph. We're just kind of moving along in our Bible reading. You'll see we kind of move forward and move backwards a little bit as we get started, and then we'll continue to move forward. But we're talking about the Joseph story, and then how the beginning of Exodus, Joseph's family is then moved out of the land of Israel, Palestine, the land of Canaan, right, and into the land of Egypt, where then they are enslaved for a period of 400 to 450 years, right? And so I'm going to read about that in the scriptures. Videos this week, there are a couple of videos for you to watch, and then class live is Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope this time works for the majority of you. If for some reason it doesn't, I am open to having class live on a different night. I just need to know if there's a better night that works for everybody, because I want to get the most out of that time. And so if Wednesday 8:30 is the best time, we'll just keep it there. And as always, I'll post the class live session so you can watch it to keep up or to catch up. Happy to do that for you. Let's go to the application assignments and check out the course discussions for this week. So this week in the Epic of Eden, the author is going to talk about the Bible in real time and real space. So we're talking geography and we're talking timeline and before we really dive in. And remember, the author is talking about this dysfunctional closet syndrome, where if someone were to ask you the question, tell me about the Old Testament, what's the Old Testament all about? And you're like, you might think about it for a little bit, but you might not really know what to say to this person. So Sandra Richter, the author of this book, says, hey, it's time to give you some organizers for your dysfunctional closet the Old Testament, and here's how that's going to work. It's going to center around five main characters. It's going to center around characters like Adam, Noah, Moses, Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, and David. Those are the five organizing characters that we're going to center the story of the Old Testament around to help you have a starting point and an ending point when talking about the Old Testament. And so here we're going to get into that a little bit more detail. We're going to just sort of summarize and outline those five main characters in their real-time settings in the ancient land of Mesopotamia, where we're talking about Adam, and when we're talking about Noah, and even in the time of Abraham, who then migrates from the land of Mesopotamia into the land of Canaan, and then kind of take it from there. So let's look at this week's discussion questions really quickly. And here's an interesting one to think about. You're going to have to probably do a little bit of research, but think about the current political situation in Israel. And how does the understanding of the geography of Israel help you to understand today's current tensions? Okay, so it's a little different question than what we typically ask in this course, but I'm confident that you can handle it. And then also, look at the timeline on page 48 in the textbook. Which periods of biblical history do you know the most about? Which periods feel the most distant to you? Which do you know the least about? Which of these periods are going to be the most interesting to you, and why do you think so? So really it's a reflection on your part as you look at the table on page 48 to respond to those questions. As always, your application assignments and your course evaluation, weekly evaluation is due Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. Have a great week, everybody. Take care.